A local high school reaches the semifinal round of a national competition, and spring sports are back in action at Hannibal LaGrange University. Good day, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Emma Anderson. The Mark Twain High School Color Guard is coached by HLGU student Rebecca Schaefer. The team is having a lot of success after their season was cut short last year by COVID-19. The show has made it to the semifinal round of a national competition, but the drive behind their show is not about winning. Here's more on that story.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
This time last year, the flags of the Mark Twain Winter Guard stopped twirling.
Last year was our first Winter Guard season and it got stripped away from us because of COVID.
Now, after waiting over a year to perform for an audience, the Winter Color Guard completed the last performances of their remarkable season.
This year it was more of like, it felt overwhelming, but at the same time it was like, oh yay, we have a performance. We've gotten a lot of work done.
Both the middle school and high school color guards performed for community members at Mark Twain High School. It was a unique live performance in a year that has been mostly virtual. The high school team submitted their performance to the Winter Guard International Competition. Their success has already put them in the semis for the national round of competition. But the team's motivation this year is special. This year, it's about much more than winning.
I feel like I could put a lot more emotion into the show this year.
This year, the Color Guard show titled Be the Light was in honor of Mark Twain sophomore Jamie Lynn Haley. Jamie Lynn was diagnosed with leukemia shortly after making the Color Guard team.
She was one of us, even if she wasn't here.
Jamie Lynn passed away in October of 2020, but she continues to inspire her team.
When Jamie was in the hospital, she said, be the light in somebody else's darkness, and she had that written on her light board, and so we kind of took that as inspiration. Yeah,
and then purple is her favorite color, so that's why all of our silks are purple.
This year, Mark Twain High School has honored Jamie Lynn in everything they do.
Everything here is themed off of Jamie.
For us, it's never really been about the competition. That was just kind of let's just see what we do. And honestly, we're we don't care what the judges say. The show is for us. The show is going to be for us and for this community as sort of a healing aspect.
All of their performances have been for the Color Guard team and for Jamie.
Everything has been Jamie's input on everything we've done. Or we'd be like, Jamie would think that looks stupid, don't do it.
Yeah, she would have ran up to us and be like, oh my gosh, that's so good.
All to pay tribute to one of their own.
We are one giant family. 1, 2, 3.
And to encourage others to be the light. Reporting for Newsbeat, I'm Emma Anderson.
I'm very proud of you all.
We are just a week away from opening night of HLGU's theater production, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. The show was originally scheduled to take place last spring, but was rescheduled due to COVID-19. Tickets are on sale now and can be purchased by calling the box office at 573-629-3182. Tickets are limited due to social distancing guidelines. Only half of the auditorium will be seated for live shows. Curtain time for each show is at 7 p.m. Hannibal LaGrange University recently hosted a Trojan Day for incoming students who are wanting to get a feel of what campus life at HLGU is all about. HLGU hosts several Trojan Days throughout the year. This one was one of the biggest, with 42 prospective students in attendance. Student ambassadors and staff members worked hard to make sure the day was safe for everyone in attendance. Prospective students went on tours and met with faculty members. For information on upcoming Trojan Days, you can visit our website at hlg.edu. Student Activities hosted a tailgating event recently on campus. The tailgate had barbecue, chips, beverages, and games for students and staff to enjoy. This was one of the biggest face-to-face events on campus this year. HLGU student Seth Bray says it was nice to have a chance to gather together.
Just getting to see everybody together, everybody from different groups. You got the basketball team out here, you got some soccer guys, track guys, so just everybody kind of getting together.
For videos and pictures of the tailgate, go to the Student Activities page on Instagram. Turning now to sports. After much of the spring season was cut short last year, Hannibal LaGrange baseball and softball players are thrilled to be back out on the field. Your HLGU baseball team is having a great start to the season. The men are 9-9. Coach Ben Strother says that the guys are motivated to play and are not taking the opportunity to play for granted.
We are really thrilled about the way the team is moving, the direction we're going, and there's a lot of energy out there as well, which is great. Hitting and baseball offensively is a momentum game and it's contagious, and so we're really keen on that, and we try to teach our guys to focus on getting ball players on and getting them over. We call that quality at bats instead of worrying about other things that sometimes can distract hitters. And so the buy-in is high because it's working, and it's just really exciting.
The men will travel to St. Louis over the weekend for games against Harris Stowe. They will be back at home for a contest against Culver Stockton on Tuesday, April 6th at 3 p.m. The Hannibal LaGrange softball team is also excited to be back in action after much of their season was canceled last year due to COVID-19. Returning nearly all of their team from last season, the Trojans are especially enthusiastic. For head coach Dan Hurst, getting to compete this season is a relief for him and his team.
Pretty tragic last year, cutting it short. But we adapted, and the girls said, hey, we'll just come back and take up where we left off last year and, keep our fingers crossed and hope that we just get some more games. And so the enthusiasm has been good. I think they've worked hard all year, and we're lucky to be getting those games in now.
The team opened up American Midwest Conference play this week with a doubleheader against the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy. The Trojans split, winning the first game 10-3 and losing a close one 5-4. Your Hannibal LaGrange softball team is now 1-1 in conference play. The men's and women's soccer teams are also finishing up games this spring season. The ladies played Lyon College at home. With a live crowd cheering them on from the stands, the ladies played well, but in the end they fell to Lyon with a score of 2-1. The men's team also hosted Lyon College. The Scots scored the only goal of the game in the first half, defeating the Trojans 1-0. The men are getting ready to wrap up their season with just a couple of games left to play. They have a 6-6 record. And finally, we leave you with some incredible images of artwork completed by HLGU student Jordan Jones and several other students on campus. This Easter stained glass project depicts several biblical scenes that form the shape of a cross. The artwork was completed just in time for the Easter season. You can view the work on campus. It's located on the second level of the administration building. Beautiful work. That is all the time we have for now. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Emma Anderson.